4 years ago, I was the broke friend. And I don't mean the broke friend that was at the bottom of the food chain, but I mean the broke friend that had all the jobs, but I had more responsibilities than I had money, and it landed me to nowhere, like a never ending cycle. My credit cards were maxed out to 98, 99%. I literally had no available credit and literally was hustling, doing hair, selling stuff, had a boutique, all this kind of stuff, and working a full-time job, and in school full-time, and a mom. I'm talking about those broke people. And now I literally live the life of my dreams. I literally have transformed my life within the last 4 years, but the first 2 years of the last 4 was a complete turnaround for me. I quit my job at the start of a worldwide pandemic, and I was able to grow and scale and literally live the life that I have always dreamed to live. I am in my home. As y'all can see, this is not no stage background. This is my real couch, my real living room. Like, I literally live the life that I've always wanted. And I'm definitely going to tell you things that you can do to attract abundance, to live a better life, and really change your financial situation. Because I feel like all of these videos are so unrealistic, saying like, oh, you know, I was homeless and all that. Everybody wasn't homeless. Everybody wasn't living with their family. Some people are broke with their own apartment. Some people are broke with a car and a family. And people still broke and they work a job. Like, everybody's not homeless. So that might not be your story. And that wasn't mine either. But let me tell you a little bit about why or how I was able to manifest my best life.
I'm in my bag now, no time for feelings, yeah, I ain't sad now. Gave you free game and you did nothing, now you're mad how? Got it off the muscle, I ain't have to keep no doors down. The one selling out, ask for keys to their mama house, it's up now. On a new way, so yeah, it's up, now they up now. They done slept too long, it's time to show them, now they doubted me. Had their own limits on all that I can be, they clocking me. Wanna know what's next, now they watching me.
First things first, make sure that you watch this video in its entirety, because I'm definitely going to be dropping gems throughout. I never, ever, ever tell you where the gems really going to be dropped at. You got to watch it to pick them up. Also, make sure that you follow me on all platforms at Ericka, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you are notified every time I post a video, and make sure that you watch it, because I don't have a niche over here. We are doing real life, real business, real things. We real over here. Okay, y'all. But anyways, so 4 years ago, I was working as a correctional officer. I was in school full time. I had just graduated college after like 5 years, trying to get my bachelor's, did all that stuff. I feel like I literally did my life right. I had a job since 16 years old. I've always done hair, so I've always had extra money, but I feel like I literally was going in a never-ending circle. I was getting Scott checks, those what is it, cash advances. I started at 300, had to get back 331. Got 400, had to get back 441. Got 500, had to get back 552. That I know this like the back of my hand, because this was literally my life in a cycle. My credit card was maxed out, and I had to get a cash advance every time I got my paycheck. Got a cash advance, paid it back within the 2 weeks, and got it back in 24 hours. Because if you know Scott, you know you can go back in 24 hours. Mind y'all, I never had $500 to give them. I never had $500 to just give them. So I had to just keep reborrowing and paying it back. Anyways, guys, the first thing I did was kind of learn about who I was, like, and who I was connected to. I had to learn self-awareness and self-control. Like, the self-awareness part was, what was I allowing to happen with my life? What was distracting me from my goals? And who was I connected to that I felt like was just keeping me in a never-ending cycle? Granted, at that time, I did not have a boyfriend that was holding me back. My man was pretty supportive. I did not really have friends that were holding me back, but I did have friends that were not as understanding, and they're not even in my lives right now. I'm in my life right now. For example, if I can't show up, I'm too busy trying to be the friend that's always there, the friend that's always overextending themselves, the friend that's always showing up, that it was times where I would push that back, my own goals and my own plans. I may have had XYZ to do for this week, but now everything gets changed as soon as someone calls my name, or anything gets changed as soon as I get a text message. Like, I was that friend that felt like I overextended myself. Like, I didn't have a set like boundary to like me being there for you. Like, if I could come, I can come. As long as I was alive, I was coming. And at some point I was like, no, I work full-time. I am a full-time mom. I also have a family and a household that I have to take care of. I'm also in school full-time, and I'm also hustling almost full-time, doing hair outside of all these other things going on. I can't always show up. And if I really want to stop and get out of this cycle, I got to stop swiping. That was self-control. I had to realize that my needs had to supersede my desires. I had to stop spending money and realize if I do spend money, it had to make me money. So what I was doing hair at the time. So I started selling products and hair products and stuff like that. Like one service that I offered led to another service. If I did your hair, I was selling you your bundles. If I was doing your hair, I was also washing your hair. So I was also growing your hair. So then I was selling you hair products. I was selling you edge control. I was selling you hair growth oil. And then it grew bigger than that. I ended up getting my own shoe line. I had my own slides, unisex. I ended up getting my own clothing line. Like my brand literally just built itself, one after another. And I learned in that process how to maneuver and how to be a business. Like I didn't want to continue to work so hard. I wanted like my hard work to work for itself. Like I wanted my money to keep going in rotation. So if I did get a cash advance, instead of going to buy things that I know I didn't need to buy, I would go spend that $500 cash advance from Amscott on $500 worth of bundles. And then I would flip that $500 worth of bundles into $1,000. And then I would pay it back and then get it back, because clearly that I still needed more than that. So it was like I said, it was just learning to stop swiping the card for desires and start swiping it to make me more money. That is something that I feel like everybody should know how to do. Now, granted, everybody tells you invest. If you have good credit, invest. I didn't have good credit. So my credit limits were very limited. Luckily, I had 2 credit cards, one from Wells Fargo, one from Capital One. They were maxed out to 90-something%. So they was not giving me no credit increases. And then I was literally getting denied for every credit card that I applied for because I simply didn't know anything about credit. I did have Credit Karma at the time. And I was like, okay, let me look at Credit Karma. Let me learn. And at that time, I ended up learning about credit. One of my close friends, I was like, hey, I want you to fix my credit. And she was like, you know what? I got something better for you. I'm gonna teach you how to fix your own credit. And she gave me a book at that time. And that's kind of like where I learned like a little bit of it. And then I started doing my own research and learning consumer laws and FCRA laws. And I literally just grew by learning and educating myself. So while I'm in school, I'm so focused on repairing my credit that right now I know I want to buy a house by 2020 at this point. Like I want to buy a house by 2020. I'm working. I don't know how I'm gonna buy a house by 2020, but I used to go and ride in nice neighborhoods. I'm talking about I'm riding all the nice neighborhoods. I'm going on Zillow. I'm finding $1 million houses that I know I can't afford. I'm riding them nice neighborhoods. At that time, $400,000 houses were popping as well. So I'm just going to all these nice neighborhoods and literally praying like, God, please bless me with something like this. I don't know what these people, I'm not saying I want to be like these people in these houses, because you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. And we're going to talk about that towards the end of the video and how you can curse yourself by doing that. But my prayers were, God, please bless me with the funds. Bless me to be connected with the right people. Like help me, God, so that I can live a better life, not just for myself, for my daughter. I want to help more people. I want to be more available. I want to like stop working for nothing. And so in that moment, like I felt like, okay, I kind of buckled down. I stopped feeling guilty. That friend guilt that you feel when you can't show up, that family guilt, that guilt that you just feel inside when you feel like, dang, like I came to somebody's event last week, but I can't come this week. But I've been rain checking this person for the longest, so now I owe them. You don't owe nobody anything. You don't owe nobody anything. You don't owe nobody your success. You don't owe nobody nothing when you come up. You don't owe nobody anything. Yes, you can be a blessing, but you don't owe them. And I feel like when you get out of that I owe you mentality, you'll start really prevailing, because at that point, it's like, I'm not working this hard to keep working this hard. I'm not working this hard to give everybody the fruits of my labor. I'm working this hard so I can enjoy the fruits of my labor, so that my children, my generations to come, they can enjoy the fruits of my labor. But right now, I'm not working this hard to just take care of the family, come back to the hood and take care of everybody. That's not my goal right now. My goal right now is to live an abundant life that requires less of me, less time. And so it's like, okay, God, what direction you want me to go in? Because I'm very, very, very faith-based. I'm not religious, but I'm very much God-driven. I am a God-made successful entrepreneur. I can say that. I can say that out loud. Like my net worth really went from $5 to $1.1 million today. And I say all that to say, like, yes, I started in an industry that I was comfortable in. I was a hairstylist. I've been a hairstylist since I was like 12 years old, and I was doing hair all through middle school, all through high school, and even in my adult life. So who didn't tell me I was gonna be like, nobody could tell me I wasn't gonna be a celebrity hairstylist, because that was my plans for myself. But God said, I know the plans I have for you. the plans to prosper you, not harm you, and give you hope for a future. Jeremiah 29:11. Like, I stood on that. So I knew that if God is within me, I shall not fail. I will not fail. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. That kept me going. Mustard seed faith. Literally believing in things. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Like, things I can't see, I'm manifesting. Like, God, I want that. I'm going to buy a home by 2020. Not if I can or anything. I'm going to buy a home by 2020 when I was broke. I'm going to be successful. God, I just want to make at least $10,000 a month. At least $10,000 a month. Baby, I was barely making $2,000 a month when I was praying for $10,000. So I literally did not know how I was going to do that. But see, that's our problem. We be so in control. We want to be in control of every part of our lives that we really can't step back and let God take control. We don't step back and let God take control. And that's why we have so much anxiety when things don't go right. We have so much doubt and discouragement when things don't go right, simply because we don't give them to God. We try to help him. And instead, we're slowing up the process. If we relieve our mind of the things that are weighing us down and really give it to God and pray and ask God and believe in what he can do, you'll not be so anxious. You'll literally live every day like you're supposed to. The Bible literally tells us, do not be anxious for tomorrow, because tomorrow has problems of its own. The Bible also tells us that you want to plan about moving from state to state. I mean, the Bible really specific, y'all, because I read it NIV. I got to understand it. The Bible is very specific about you have plans about moving state to state and what you're going to do in the future. You don't even know what tomorrow may bring. Who are you? So tap into God, knowing that if you're going to manifest, you got to pray and you got to believe that. You got to speak things as though they are so that they shall come to pass. You got to go see it sometimes. Like, you might not see it in your life. You might not see it in your future, but you got to have faith in that. But then sometimes you got to go see it. Like, what do you want? Maybe you don't know. Maybe you need to go ride down the highways and byways and look at them nice houses and nice cars and manifest it out loud. I want that. I'm going to get it. I can show you the works of my manifestation. I used to manifest out loud, like, hey, Facebook, I want that Mach-E, that Mustang Mach-E. I'm about $50,000 short. It ain't even out yet, but I know I'm going to get it. All black or all white. I'm riding in it. I'm riding in it now. I got it in 2021 when it first came out. I manifested that truck in 2018, 2019 when I was making $12 an hour and working my shop. Like, huh? Broke. Real broke. I ain't got no money for that. I don't even have money for the car I got. I was buy here, pay here because I had poor credit. So I couldn't even get approved for anything. But I'm not going to lie to y'all, and I'm not going to hold y'all. Credit was a life hack for me. Learning financial literacy. Like, I feel like, yeah, people come on here and tell you, oh, manifest your best life. How did they manifest their life, and what work did they do? The work that I did, I learned about credit. I learned about how to use credit the right way. Instead of like, yeah, you had them temptations to go swipe because now somebody at the bank gave you $5,000 and you ain't never had that before. You want to go swipe. No. If you're going to go swipe into something that's going to make you some more money. At that time, I was doing hair, so I was buying hair products. I was testing. I was buying samples. I was on vendor sites and getting vendors. I was doing what I needed to do to make my money back. Now, granted, I got inventory sitting in my garage right now that I've had for the last 4 years because when I left the industry, I left it completely. It was like, all right, cool, I'm done. I ain't got to hustle that hard no more. I was happy. But at the same time, these are the building blocks that started the foundation of who I am now. I was working, and when I was at them people's job, I used to always tell them, I'm the employee that I want to hire. Who said I was going to ever have employees? Like, unless I had a big shop, I would never really have employees. But I always said, I'm going to be the employee that I want to hire. I wasn't calling out like that. I wasn't missing and late and all that. I was showing up every day. And that's why I have great employees now. I have great assistants that help me in my business, that run my business efficiently, because when I was on a people clock, my work ethic spoke for it. So it's like, if you really want to elevate your life, you can elevate as a corporate baddie, or you can elevate as an entrepreneur baddie. Whichever route you choose, it's totally up to you. There are people that are in corporate America making 6 figures and don't have the amount of stress on them that a 7-figure entrepreneur has, simply because they got health insurance, life insurance, they got everything they need to have at their job, and they're making enough to pay their bills and fund their lives. You don't have to be an entrepreneur. Maybe you need to go get some more skills. Maybe you need another degree. Maybe you need a technical certification. They have so many things out there that you can do with your life. Go look up, go Google salaries jobs within a salary that you want to be in. For example, if you want to make $100,000, what jobs offer salaries starting at $100,000 or within $100,000? Go look through them jobs. Go look through them. See what you want to be. See what you want to do. And then you can go on TikTok and teach yourself how to do it. If you want to you want to get that project management certification. Okay, now you can go on TikTok. They'll tell you how to do it from the start to the end, and then what jobs to get and everything. You can do that on YouTube, just in case they ban TikTok. We don't know. But I'm just saying, there are so many ways to manifest your life, but you have to do the work. Your manifestation means nothing if you're not going to work. Faith without works is dead. Nada. Not happening. You have to put in the work. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. You got to align yourself with who you need to align yourself with so that you can be in alignment with God and his plans he has for you. It could be the people around you that he won't bless you because he knows that if he bless you, you're going to mess it up because the people that's around you. It's like he knows that your mentality is a poverty mentality. So therefore, he knows if he bless you, it's going to be a waste of time because you're going to lose it. So when you're praying for more, make sure that you are praying for wisdom, knowledge, understanding. God, as you bless me with my finances, lower my desires, lower my responsibilities, lower my debt, lower my bills. Help me to be responsible with the blessings that you bless me with. Because at the end of the day, the one thing you don't want to lose is fumble a blessing that God bless you with. But again, we are human. Have some grace with yourself. At some point, you're going to want to enjoy. I'm not saying like just swipe your card, invest, flip, profit, and then keep doing that and never take a trip or never reward yourself. I'm not saying that. But that I deserve mentality will hold you back. I had to get out of that. I deserve so many things. I'm talking about I paid off a car, I got a new car, then I got another car. Then I was like, you know what? Why do I have all these new cars? I leased the car for a little bit when I had a Lincoln truck. I said, well, forget that Lincoln truck. I want a Mustang Mach-E. So I financed both of those. And then it's like, oh my God, why do I have two cars? And then 2022, life hit me again. I was sick. I was pregnant and I literally almost died. I didn't plan that. That wasn't a part of my plans, but that was a part of God's plan though. Luckily, I really did not work for 2022 or 2023 at all. Did not. My business was running effectively. Even though sales were not what I was used to, my business was running. So it's like in the end of the day, all I had to do was continue to show up as much as I could. But at the same time, in 2024, trying to come back into business, I feel like I didn't have as much drive as I did. I had to heal my mind. I had to heal my body. It's like I didn't feel like doing it. I got lazy. I'm like, $10, $20, $30,000 a month. I was so used to making it that it was like, you know what? It'll come. I was so used to literally swiping my card, taking a trip, going on a vacation or whatever. We go out the city for a little bit for a weekend, and I'm gonna make it back as soon as I get there. By the time I get there, something gonna be sold. I'm gonna be enrolled. It was never in the cycle. Because for me, it wasn't really about the money. It was about the impact. So I was chasing impact so much that I didn't really focus on the money. I focused on the impact. So when it comes down to manifesting your best life, manifest the things that you want. God, whatever your plans you have for me, help my plans, God, to align with your plans. So that whatever it is you have for me, I am walking that path that you have for me. That path to righteousness. Like, Lord, order my steps. Order my steps. I'm talking about I rebuke and I bind bad investments. Help me not to get distracted by what's going on around me. Help me not to get discouraged about, from what's going on around me. People that are going to be more successful than you, it's going to discourage you sometimes more than it's going to motivate you, I promise you. People that are doing better than you, especially when you were once doing better than them, it's going to discourage you. People in your industry that's excelling faster than you on social media, making social media look so well, but they're crying in the closet, that's going to discourage you because you don't really know what they're going through. And ways that you can curse yourself is by asking God to bless you to be like them. Because you don't know what it takes to be them every day. So don't curse yourself asking God, oh, I want to be just like them. Whatever they're doing, God, whatever you're doing for them, do it for me. Whatever, I want to be just like them. All this stuff. I'm talking about when I was a kid, I used to see like good marriages and stuff like that. And all these people I want to be like. And I'm like, God, I want to be just like them when I grow up. Whatever it is, I'm them. Claiming I'm them. I'm that person. When I was a kid. Didn't even know nothing. I'm so glad that God really protected me throughout life. But I feel like a lot of things that I went through is because I want to be just like them. I don't want to be just like them. I don't want to be just like nobody. I'm not the next nobody. I'm the star Ericka, and that's it. I'm the only star Ericka, and that's the only thing I want to be. Can't nobody be me. Can't nobody be me better than me. And I don't want to be nobody else. And that is something that I had to really grow into, not gonna lie. You got celebrities that you idolize, you got people that you idolize, you got things that you idolize. Eventually, all that stuff don't matter. What can you do? What do you want to be when you grow up? That's literally where you start at when you manifest. And what do you want out of life? You want a house, you want a car, you want a family, you want stability, you want abundance, you want to be an entrepreneur, you don't want to work for nobody, or you want a successful job, you want to be able to retire in one position, you want to be an esthetician, you want to be whatever you want to be a doctor, whatever you want to be, speak it out loud. I'm going to do that. God, whatever I need to do that, help me to do that. That's it. That's how I manifested my life. I showed up for myself every day. On the days that I didn't get sales, I still posted my business. I wasn't discouraged. I wasn't looking at numbers. I was just showing up every day. I was showing up every day. Especially when you're building a business on social media, you got to show up. And then you also got to learn how to build your business outside of social media too, if you're going to be a business owner. But I feel like at the end of the day, you have to find that lane. Call center jobs and stuff like that, and just the regular customer service, you can only get so far. It might take you a little longer, but if that's your MO, do that. Don't let other people in their race to success. You might not need $10,000 a month to survive. All you might need is $5,000, and you don't even want the headache of the $10,000. So focus on that. Whatever you want with your life, focus on that, and I promise you, you're gonna manifest your best life. But I really, I'm talking about, I pray blessings over everybody that watched this video. Make sure that you share this video, comment, leave a like, so that this video is able to be shown to more people, so that we can help more people. We're gonna heal the world together, y'all, because on this channel, we don't have a niche. Make sure that you click that notification bell so that you're notified every time I post a video. Make sure that you watch the video when you are notified that I posted a video. Make sure that you follow me on all platforms. Let's connect. I am mainly on Facebook, but I'm trying to get more on Instagram and TikTok and all of those. So I am Star Ericka on all platforms. StarEricka on all platforms. You can find my business at The Millionaire Table on all platforms. Don't look at numbers. Don't look at numbers. I feel like right now, like after this video, my Instagram has about 11.1 thousand followers, and I'm barely getting 200-300 views. My TikTok and my Facebook, all my platforms are between 11 and 12,000 right now, and I'm barely getting views. I'm stuck too. Guess what? God's still providing. Sales still coming in. Things are still getting done. So therefore, I literally grew to 6 figures. My first 10 months of my business, I grew to 6 figures and didn't realize it, because I wasn't chasing money. I was chasing impact. I wasn't worrying about the numbers. I was worrying about the impact. So don't worry about the numbers. Don't look at, oh, I only got 800 followers and all that. I started with probably 2,000 followers at that time. And that's only because I had already been in business. So I had to start at 0 too. I got 1-2 likes too. I got 200-300 video views too. It's happening to everybody. But you got to learn how to manifest your best. Even when it comes down to not just your finances, your mind, your mental, your friendships, your relationships, your marriage, even as a parent, because baby, we have mom guilt too. Let's not talk about mom guilt. We'll talk about that in another video. But we have mom guilt too, where we feel like we're not ever doing enough. And you're doing a really good job. It really costs to be you. It costs your mental, it costs your peace, it costs your money, it costs you to be you. So continue to make sure that you are better. Better yourself, better your mind, better your relationship with God, and watch things fall into place. But anyways, it's until next time, millionaires. Have a great one.
Stepping on their neck, yeah, I'm going for the jugular. Steady flexing muscle, boy, you weak, get your paper up. You better invest, flip a check, better show me up.